Hey everybody, welcome back to H&S Collectibles. This is Cody. So I hope this looks all right and that the pictures come through okay, because if there's two things I can't do, it's get the camera level or light a shot. So anyway, we streamed last night, me and Dave, and the question come up in the chat about favorite autographs and people that we've met at the cons that we go to. Now, I haven't gone to a con now for over a year, been about a year and a half. And I was complaining to a friend the other day. I said, I feel like they're pricing me out. Um, not just the cost of the autographs, but the cost of the con and where they're located. And it just turns into a really expensive day. But they are fun. And let's see, there's actually one up there I want to be sure to get. So whenever I get done, I'll probably slide it in there somewhere. Um, but damn it, what was I going to say? Yeah, lost my train of thought. So I'm going to break this up into 3 or 4 parts. I got some pictures here. I got pictures around the office. We got some pictures in my son's room, and then I have some items that were autographed. So I'm just going to start off with the autographed 8x10s. This is Brad Dourif, and he writes, "To Cody, I hate kids," from part 2. And hell, I forget his name. Matson Berger, I don't know. Not an autograph, but a photo op with Dustin from Stranger Things. I said, I forget the name. But talented kid. Let's see. C. Thomas Howell, a shot from The Hitcher. And he writes, "To Cody, Mom told me never to do this." Just like that shot of him there from the end of the movie. Flip side, a photo op with William Shatner. So I have an item signed by Shatner and got a photo op with him. Let's see, Nick Castle, playing the original Michael Myers. Eugene Clark, photo op, Big Daddy, from Land of the Dead. He signed a Land of the Dead DVD. I'll show here in a moment. Let's see, of course, Bruce Campbell. And we have a photo op with Ash that I'll show later. Now, this is one where I did not meet her, but Rose McGowan, my son, attended a Comic-Con that she was at, and she writes, "To Cody, 2 Against the World." Let's see, keep it going. This was a big one to me to finally run down these two, but John and Billy, I think it was Billy, from Day of the Dead, but Terry Alexander and I think it's Jarlath Conroy, met them at Scarefest, and they were awesome. Clint Howard. So this is actually a selfie I took with him in like 2019, and then caught up with him later again in 2023, and had him sign the selfie. Again, cool guy, and that was another point of discussion. I haven't met a celebrity yet that I would call a bad experience. Dick Warlock, part 2, Michael Myers. Let's see here. Sorry. Getting my pictures out of whack here. They're in a binder now. I used to have a lot of them hanging up, but I have just flat run out of wall space. So I moved a bunch of these to the binder. So another case of I wasn't there. My son got me Brent Spiner at Comic-Con. Here's Ernie Hudson, and he writes, "To Cody and Sam." There's a big Twinkie. This is a case of where I did not meet the person, but a viewer sent this in. Jeff Shukart contacted me and said, "Hey, I got something for you. You need it," and sent me this picture of the Hare Krishna zombie, which I think is Mike Christopher. So yeah, very cool. Thank you, Jeff. Judith O'Day, who played Barbara in the original Night of the Living Dead. It was a real treat to meet her. Talked to her for a long time. Joe Pantoliano, signed a Goonies picture for me, and he was a lot of fun. Michael Bean signed this Grindhouse photo, and he also signed the Grindhouse Blu-ray that I'll show here in a minute. Again, not an autograph, but a photo op. We met Ron Perlman and Malcolm McDowell. I knew when I met him, I said I was either going to have him sign something from Clockwork Orange or perhaps something from Star Trek, because he's the guy that killed Kirk. So that's a big deal. And Tasso, how to say his last name, Stracarius, or he's a soldier in Day of the Dead that gets his head tore off at the end. And I think one of Savini's makeup guys, probably. Yeah, run into him at a con, and he was cool. And then a photo op with Elvira, me and my son, in costume. So that was a lot of fun. So I think now I'm going to get the pile of things I've had signed and share those. Okay, so getting into items that I've had signed. I'll start with the DVDs because they're easy. So this was the first one we ever got at Horror Hound in Indianapolis. But he wrote To Sam on the outside, Eugene Clark, Big Daddy. On the inside, underneath the slipcover, he made it out to me. This was actually at our first con too, and I've never seen him at another con again. But Timothy Baum, who played Lionel in Dead Alive, wrote To Cody, Party's Over. So kind of cool to meet him. Grindhouse, also our first con, meeting Michael Bean, and it's just kind of a scribble, really. He signed a picture too that I just showed you, but he signed my Grindhouse Blu-ray. Actually, the second con we ever went to, Tom Adkins, and he wrote To Cody and Sam, Turn It Off, Tom Adkins. And that was getting close to the end. I only have a couple more here. Trying to display those just took up a lot of shelf room. So that's when when I set out, I was like, I'm not going to get an 8x10. I'm going to get things signed. And then, yeah, you can't display them hardly. Clerks, Brian O'Halloran wrote To Cody, I'm 37. And then, what is her name? Marilyn Gigliotti, who played Veronica. She wrote To Cody, yes, 37. They were both great to talk to, and it was after Clerks 2, before 3. We talked about what 3 was going to be and when it was coming out. And then kind of a big list celebrity among my collection, Richard Dreyfuss, signed my Jaws steelbook. And up here at the top, it's funny, he writes, Cody, hi. And then he sat there for a second and he said, the original working title of this movie was called Jews. And then he wrote EWS after the J there. And then he says, it's okay, I can make that joke, I'm Jewish. And then he signed it. So he was pretty cool, pretty funny. So this is awful. This is another one where I cannot remember the person's name without looking it up. But the Dawn of the Dead cover zombie, the plaid shirt zombie, which I got a NECA figure of him. I've got some artwork of him. I've got this Trick or Treat Studios bust of him. He signed the side of the bust for me. And with him, I thought, why bother with an 8x10 when I did have something that looked this cool? And then this is a favorite. And I've actually got his autograph on a couple of other things, but since it's the same autograph, I'll just show you this one. Lloyd Kaufman writes To Cody, Toxie, and Lloyd Kaufman. And he signed, I've got a Toxic Avenger 4-movie collection, and he signed that. I think he wrote Toxie Loves You, Lloyd Kaufman. And then the Class of Nukem High Blu-ray, he signed that one too for me. And then at the top there, he wrote Cody Mops. I don't know. But Mark Torgel, who played Melvin in The Toxic Avenger, he signed this. So this is one of the very few figures that I have that I've not taken out of the box because I thought the packaging was kind of cool. And then when I had a chance to meet Kaufman, I thought I'm going to have him sign this and just keep it in the package. And maybe sometime I'll come across one out of the package to have on display. Then I think the last thing to show of items that I've had signed, I'm pretty sure there aren't any others. I'm sure after I get this video, I'll realize I missed something because I usually do. But Quantum Mechanics 1/6 scale Captain Kirk chair, and I think I actually have the batteries out of it right now. Yeah, no batteries in it. If I know something ain't going to get pushed very often, I don't leave the batteries in them. But a Captain Kirk chair, 1/6 scale. I wish I had the figure. I'd love to find a figure. Found one in a store up north a year ago, $500, out of my price range. But yeah, I would love to have a 1/6 scale Captain Kirk to go in this chair. But Shatner signed the chair for me to Cody, William Shatner. So that was really cool. So now I'll take you and show you around and show you the autographs hanging on the wall. So this is the wall in my son's room. Sorry for some of the lighting. I'm going to try to make sure that you can see them. So there was one of his big ones. He got Norman Reedus back during season 3. Eugene Clark again was our first autograph. Christopher Lloyd, met him, I think, in Cincinnati, if I'm not mistaken. Howard Sherman, that played Bub in Day of the Dead. This was a fun one. Reggie Bannister. Reggie certainly wrote the longest line there. He wrote, "We got to snag that tall," and he didn't put the whole thing. Supposed to be that tall dude and put a stick through his goddamn heart. He was real cool and talked to Sam for a while and me. Danny Trejo to Sam and Cody, signed at Machete. This was a big one for us. So up there in the corner, Rain, without going and actually looking, I'm forgetting his name, and it's kind of hard to read. I think it's Peter Kong. There underneath the title, To Sam, James Hong, played Lopan. And then, again, sorry for that lighting, but that was Lightning, which I think is James Pax. So didn't get to meet Thunder. He wasn't there. Not too sure if he comes over here. I think I read somewhere he didn't even speak English very well. Michael Rooker was real cool and real fun with the kids. And the Escape from New York poster that has John Carpenter. And up there, Adrian Barbeau. And I thought Tom Atkins signed that one too, but apparently not. So just Adrian Barbeau and John Carpenter on that one. And then down here, he met Adam Savage at Comic-Con. And he does have some Star Wars autographs, but those are on another poster that is currently elsewhere. Just going around the room, continuing on that walking tour. On my first Thing poster, David Clennon played Palmer, signed this one across the figure's arms there. He wrote, "You gotta be fucking kidding." He was a lot of fun. Keith David there to Cody and Sam, all the best. Of course, the dagger is in the way naturally, but there's John Carpenter in the center, Adrian Barbeau on the left, and Tom Atkins on the right. And then just sliding back here to the other Thing poster, to Cody, "You want me to reach somebody?" Tom Waits, that played Windows. And then, damn it, I can't reach. There's some stuff in my way. Wilford Brimley played Blair. And he wrote, I think you can see it, "To Cody, I don't know who to trust." Wilford Brimley. So that was very neat to get to meet him. Uh, Alan Tudyk and Tyler Labine, To Cody and Sam, They Hate My Face, or To Cody, Sam, and Abby, They Hate My Face, Tyler Labine, and Cody, Sam, and Abby, There We Were, minding their own business. Yeah, he wrote There We Were for us. And Are You All Right? After the guy dove into the wood chipper. And let's see, over this direction, Cody, To Cody and Sam, I Got My Cake. John Amplis signed a picture from Joel Robinson for us. Howard Sherman, To Cody and Sam, Eat It Raw, played Bub. And then up there in the corner, Lori Cardell, that played Sarah. She wrote Yes, Sir, Fuck You, Sir. And then this is a favorite of mine. Hope I can get it without the glare. So I made this case for the machete to go in. But Kane Hodder, To Cody and Sam, Watch Your Backs, Kane Hodder, Jason 789 and X. And there's our photo op with Kane as part 8. There's our photo op with CJ, part 6. So moving across the room here, sorry, that stand is in the way. But there's Tom Matthews on my Return of the Living Dead print. And he wrote, To Cody and Sam, You Mean the Movie Lied? At that same con, really hope to meet Alan Troutman, get Tarman's signature on there, but he canceled. And that's it for autographs along this wall. Now I'll turn to the last ones, and certainly my favorites I keep over here over my desk. So I'm just going to try to get you away from that glare. CJ Graham, Jason 6, 18 kills. We got a photo op with CJ. We got an autograph with CJ. This is probably my favorite. This was my first video on YouTube, but my Dawn of the Dead Anchor Bay set. So Ken Foray, Galen Ross, David Imge, Scott Reininger over there in the corner, George Romero right in the center, and Tom Savini at the bottom. And they also, some of them signed the inside of it too. I'm going to forget his name, butcher his name, but he played Godzilla in the Godzilla, what was it, GMK movie. And maybe Final Wars, I can't remember, but definitely this Godzilla signed that one for me. Another big one for me, the Phantasm. So there's Don Coscarelli, To Cody and Sam, Keep Your Balls in the Air. Hey Cody, We're Hot as Love, Dude. Reggie. Actually, I have to move the sphere, I think. Oops. Yeah, To Cody and Sam, Meet Me in the Cemetery. Cat. That's Cat Lester, played the lady in Lavender. To Cody and Sam, Angus Scrim. To Cody and Sam, Bill Thornbury, that played Jody, and he wrote Warning Shots Are Bullshit. That's one of my favorite lines. And Angus Scrim wrote Boy up in the corner on that old Barry's soundtrack release. And I'm going to have to move some more stuff. Should have been more prepared for this video, shouldn't I? But To Cody and Sam, No Bubblegum, Rowdy Roddy Piper. He signed the soundtrack album for me there. And coming down here, this is on the left there that I'm kind of zooming in on. Haru Nakajima, who played Godzilla, I think 15 times in the original Showa series. And Ken Sasuma, who played the Smog Monster in this movie. And then, let's see, pivoting you up this way, the last couple. Ken Sasuma again, who played Godzilla in 84 or 85 in The Return of Godzilla. Again, can't remember the name of this guy, but played Godzilla in Godzilla Millennium. So that's it for the autographs. So I think that's all of them. I'm pretty sure. Shared the ones in the book with you, and then these. Uh, oh hell, I forgot. Not an autograph, but there's our family picture with Bruce Campbell. That the autograph I showed earlier, we got from him later on. So that's it. Let me know what you think, and how many do you have? If you met some of these people, what did you think of them? Just comment below and let me know. Thanks.